1, 2, 3. It's Doreen.
This is Giannis.
And we are welcoming Bobby to our show. Hi, Bobby.
Hi, everybody.
So today, even though, I cannot say much, we are choosing to have a positive show. And we want to talk about some of the things going on in the ocean right now. Now, back when I was young, they used to have a man called Jacques Cousteau. He was a French oceanographer. Bobby, you remember Jacques Cousteau?
Oh, yes.
He used to feel like we should plant the sea like a farm and herd its animals like we do with cows and chickens, being sea farmers instead of hunters, and graduating to an educated civilization. What do you think about that?
Which one of us are you talking to, Dee?
Either one. I will take anybody. Yanni, what do you think about it?
I have no idea about that.
He was a really cool guy.
Actually, he was. He really was into trying to preserve things and seeing the problems that humans caused in the oceans and the animal life and that. And trying
Remember
to
in the
figure
1980s when he was in Virginia Beach? It was fun to work for him.
out.
He was very cool.
Is he still alive right now?
No, he died in 1997.
So when he died, I was not born. How can I know him?
Well, he has done a lot of oceanographic research that they are still using today.
Okay.
He made a lot of famous quotes that are known the world over. Like the sea, once it casts its spell, it holds one forever in wonder.
He also did a lot about us exploring the deep.
Yes.
Deep with didn't he do a lot for our submarines, the one-man submarines and that?
Yeah, today's ROVs are only possible because of him. You know those little mini subs that they send down under the water? We'll talk about them some more in a minute, but it is because of him. Here, look. This is his boat, the Calypso. They wrote songs about this, Yanni. I, Calypso, I sing you my story. He was the first one back in the day when nobody went to sea, really. If you did not have business on the sea, he was the first explorer, really. And his boat had a helicopter. It had a one-man submarine, as you can see here. It was beautiful. That red cap is something he is known for the world over. He was such a cool guy.
He helped us to understand more about sea life, like sharks and the stuff and that
and the importance of
didn't make them
it.
monsters anymore. We got to understand them better.
Right. He was a naval officer before he went into private life.
Now that's something I didn't know.
Yeah. He was a really kind of cool guy. We were lucky to have him. And a lot of the maritime museums and a lot of the aquariums around the world can be thankful. Through the Cousteau organization, they are still protecting sea life after his death, which I think is so cool. The Calypso, his boat, was towed to the Maritime Museum of La Rochelle, France in 1998. And it was preserved and it's going to be used as an exhibit. And I think part of the reason I'm telling you all about this is because, you know, he had a movie that came out on what it was to be Jacques Cousteau. He was a French naval officer. He was an ocean explorer. He was a filmmaker. And he was an author.
Mhm.
And he wrote extensively on what it was to be under the sea and what it was like to be at sea. It's because of him I got my dive master's license. I mean, he just made it all look so cool, and I wanted to be part of that ocean world. Because of him, we also have, he was a co-inventor for the first aqua lung. So all divers have something that we owe him. And he invented so many other tools, like the underwater camera. He had a diving saucer, which was really cool. His diving saucer was what then turned into the single or dual man submarines like we were talking about, or even the ROVs. And he was doing this in 1959 all the way up to the early 1990s. I mean, it was the late 1980s when he was in Virginia Beach. But it's because of him. It's because of the technology that he brought forward that we can now start to be who he wanted us to be. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. He made it so that we understand more about the living things in the ocean. It's just like space exploration. We don't understand that. We don't know. We know probably more about space than we do about our own ocean right here on Earth.
That's true. That is true.
And that he really brought the ocean alive and back to the minds of people.
Yeah. Are you going to check them out, Giannis?
No, I'm not going to talk about this because I am not like familiar with those.
I think that he had some TV shows. You might be able to Google.
You should look him up, Giannis.
I would not be able to watch his show, you know.
Why?
Okay.
It's like without the VPN, I would not be able to go to YouTube and Google in China. It's like, but you know, using the VPN actually is illegal.
You might actually be able to Baidu him. He's not American, he's French, and he's an ocean explorer. Generally, when it does stuff like that, you can Baidu him. I don't think there should be no hold up in China to look him up. But when you do, I mean, Cousteau.org is an amazing thing to check out, and how they handle the animals and how they handle.
You may want to spell his
innovation.
name. You may want to spell his name for her, Dee, so she gets it.
Oh, she has my notes.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I have.
Oh yeah, we are good like that.
Well, I don't know much about that, but what's
But
going on there?
We're going to talk about underwater drones. I mean, you have to think that technology has changed how we deal with the ocean. What do you think about that, Giannis? You must know something about that.
I don't know anything about that.
You live right by the ocean. How can you not know about it?
No, but I was like, I never tried diving before, and I
Really?
when I went to the ocean, it's like I just hang out with my friends on the beach or play with the sand.
You
And
never
collect
look at the
some
little
shells.
crabs crawling on the sand, or collect seashells, or
Yeah, collect the seashells or something like that, or nothing else.
you don't wonder where they come from? If you look, I mean, there are platforms. Look at this platform. Not only
What's
can it
that?
harvest oil from the ocean floor, But with a platform like this, they have the ability to farm that area. They can raise fish, or they can raise actual crops underneath the water. You're one that likes seaweed chips, Yanni. Think of all the seaweed you could grow in there.
A lot. That must be a lot. You know, when I went to like Hainan province in China, that's like, they have a lot of beaches right there. The seaweed is like ridiculously cheap there.
Yeah, I know.
Now, you ever stop and think about all those seashells you pick up off the sand and the beaches? Each one of those shells at one time had a living creature in them.
I know, aren't they cool?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know, Bobby, when I was in China, they have these little tiny like clams. Giannis knows the ones I mean, the little flavorful ones. You know,
Yeah, you
at the
can
cheap
eat.
restaurant. Oh, they were so good.
Yeah.
So good.
You know, when we went to have the Cantonese morning tea, my little brother always loved to have that. He does not eat other food. He really loved that.
Ah.
He's in that mood, you know. It happens that way. I mean, Americans like cereal and coffee and toast for breakfast. In China, it's the steam bun.
Ah.
And having fish for breakfast is not a big deal.
That's all right.
Come
I like my
Having-
coffee cake.
Having turtle as breakfast is not a big deal.
Yes, it's a very big deal. You do not have turtles. You are just saying that to get a rise out of me. See how you are?
No, but I am just saying that, really. You know,
We
my
used to make
parents, they
turtle
have
soup
tried,
over here for
my
dinner.
parents, they have tried mice. You know, mice.
No.
Oh.
Yuck.
Seriously. When they
Not
were,
me.
What does
Wait.
mice taste like?
they said it tastes really awesome. I haven't tried that.
Oh.
They said it
She was
tastes
excited to tell me she was eating durian, Bobby.
She was
yesterday.
eating what?
Durian.
Durian is a fruit, and it
And it's like
smells
yellow.
like rotten ass and stinky
No.
feet and baby
No.
diapers all rolled up in
Oh
one.
shit. You know, it smells awesome. And it tastes really delicious. You're gonna try it one day. I think it is very popular in Thailand, but I'm not sure, you know, a lot of Americans, they don't know that.
I've never heard of it.
No.
Never heard of
And
it.
in America, you won't. You know that guy on the Food Channel, Bobby, the one, what's his name, Zimmerman?
Yeah.
He eats everything. He eats snails. He eats cockroaches. He eats everything.
Yeah, he
will
goes
not
all
eat
over
durian.
different continents and everything and eats all
Yeah,
their.
he will not eat durian. It's not just
So
me.
durian. Have you ever tried durian pizza? You know, I tried durian pizza in Papa John Pizza Hut, but those are like restaurants in China. I'm not sure if they have durian
Yes,
pizza.
no, they don't have durian pizza here, but they do have Papa John's and Pizza Hut.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
Papa
never
John.
heard of durian.
You're gonna
Never.
try it.
Well, if I ever make it to China, I might do that.
It tastes really good. You remember John, your colleague? You know,
Yeah.
when he was in China, he tried the durian pizza with me. He said it was really good, but he said he haven't tried that in America.
Mm.
No, you're not going to find that in America.
I don't know where you'd find it. Maybe in a Chinese restaurant. I don't know.
Now, all of these, to get back on topic, drones and new forms of, robotic boats, they've been influenced. At the root of all of this is the ability to produce smaller, cheaper, more waterproof electronic components. But then the big thing is if I am going to go farm the ocean, every place has to have a regulatory body. At the moment, the only regulatory body for this is the International Seabed Authority.
Well, is that the place that saves the coral reefs and things like that?
I think their job is to monitor
Okay.
what's happening. I don't know that they save anything. I know that they tell you either, yes, you can farm this area, no, you can't farm this area. I think they're trying to look out for what is already there.
Well, like when the pearl divers and things like that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to get a handle on the overfishing.
Yeah.
There are many of these nouveau riche kind of restaurants who, oh, let me put it on a bed of seaweed. Well, that seaweed's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
And if they're not producing enough of it that the animals can eat, we have to make sure we're producing enough.
Yeah.
It's a new area. It's going to be interesting to see how it winds its way out. Now, I have to make a mention of it because we need to be careful with what we're doing in the oceans and around our oceans. Giannis, have you seen this picture?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it.
Okay, this was taken on a Chinese satellite. It is the plane that went off of the deck, off of the aircraft carrier Carl Vinson. Or Venison. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Vincent.
In the South China Sea. See right here, you can see the plane. What they used was ROVs to bring it up from 12,000 feet down. And then when it got, that's what you're seeing as the propulsion from the ROVs. Then they threw, I don't know what you call it, wire, chain, something, and pulled it up out of the water with a crane. But when it hits the water, was there a fish under there that died? When it hit the bottom of the ocean, I mean, I have been so radically obsessed with the South China Sea because Xi Jinping has worked so hard to bring the seabed back there and to bring back the coral reef. You know, something as careless as this can do real damage. What are they thinking? So I think there's something to be said about people being more careful. What do you think? I mean, not that this guy said, oh, I want to crash my plane today, but still.
It's not that. It's a government stuff when they're doing stuff. It's not so much people. Now, I will say this much. You got people out there in boats, whether they're leisure boats or whatever, they're contaminating our oceans and everything else and destroying things they don't even realize. And as people, we know better. We do know better. Most people don't care. They think the ocean's big enough that a little bit of trash ain't going to hurt anything. Well, that's just like throwing plastic into our oceans and stuff where these sea life gets caught up in them and kills them. And
well, a few years ago when they had that Malaysian flight that everybody had to go look for the Malaysian flight.
Yeah.
And then they found those two big, huge islands of trash sitting in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Yanni, did you guys see that in China?
I haven't seen that picture, but I heard about that on the news. It's like a lot of Chinese people.
I will show you.
They don't worry about throwing rubbish into the ocean just because, just a little bit. Just think like that. A lot of people think in that way.
Right, but a lot of people, if each person threw away one thing, how many people are in China? That's 1 billion people. That's 1 billion pieces of trash going into the ocean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but right now they are trying to like protect the ocean because some people like got sick because of the pollution of the ocean.
Yeah.
And
And they've got groups trying to go about cleaning things up.
Yeah, there are. This is in all of my life, this is the largest ocean conservation that I've ever seen go on. It's been
Yeah.
kind of impressive. Here, wait a minute. I will show you, Yanni. And it's kind of disgusting, so hold on to yourself. Look
Mhm.
at that.
Oh my.
That is an island, and there's like 3 or 4 of them in the Pacific. Look at how big that is. It's
Yeah.
over a mile long. It's over 700 feet wide.
And it's full of trash.
That is all trash. There's no land there. There's no
Oh my.
land. That is all trash. So when every person puts a piece of trash into the ocean, look at what they're doing. Now, in and around this are the animals that you are trying to eat from the ocean.
Mm.
It's kind of scary, ain't it?
Absolutely.
I mean, the turtle hospital, Gumbo Limbo down in Boca Raton, just asked me if I would submit another painting for them. Because they're trying to raise more money to protect the turtles. The sea turtles, which are endangered that are coming in with, before it used to just be like boat motor hits, but now there's so much plastic in the ocean, they're having to remove it from the stomach of these creatures.
And
So
not only
crazy.
that, some of them are wrapped around their mouths and
Oh yeah.
stuff that they can't eat and they're dying. Or they got
That's why they have
netting.
Here, let me show you.
Netting and fishing line all around them.
And they have one called the Ocean Cleanup. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
And the Ocean Cleanup is the largest cleanup in history. And it is amazing. It is taking trash out of the ocean by the ton. And these people, God love them, they are raising the money every way, which way they can. And I think it's kind of cool.
What do you think about this, Dee?
What?
You know, the Virginia Beach area where they put all those cars and vehicles, all that metal down in the ocean to make a reef per se.
Right, they cleaned out the reefs, yeah.
And but what is that metal in that from vehicles and stuff they put down there in the ocean to make that reef? What's that doing to the ocean?
Really not much. There's natural metal in the ocean, and before they put it down there,
yeah,
they coat it.
Oh,
It's
do
like
they?
the ships that they sink, yeah.
Huh.
Now, in areas where the reefs have been killed from overfishing, it's a fabulous idea.
Okay.
And they've been really doing some great stuff. If you look at this one here, this is one of the Ocean Cleanup's boats.
Wow. And look at all that trash.
I know. And it just floats right around and it just sucks up the trash, and it's got like this bucket behind it. And it has a barge that will come up and take all that garbage right back onto land.
Look at the water they're in now. Look how filthy that water looks.
Oh, well, that looks like they're on their way out to sea. They're probably in a river at that point.
Okay.
Look at how
'cause
small
it's
it is
muddy.
going across. They did have other ones. Wait a minute, I can show you the other one. The big boat for the ocean cleanup. It's an amazing boat. And I have to hope that it doesn't get sunk like the Bog Barker did by ruthless, greedy people. But when you look at it, Giannis, this whole plastic hoop in the front, they run that out, and then they bring it all the way in and take all the trash in off the top of the ocean. And they get about 6 feet down. And so far from what I hear, they haven't really been, their nets have not been catching any fish. And if they do, they're released immediately. It's a really,
That's great.
it's a beautiful thing they're doing. I mean, it's really cool when you can take a classroom full of kids and say, let's go clean the beach. Or even if you take like 3 or 4 people and go with a trash bag and clean up the beach. I know here when I go kayaking, I often take a bag or 2 with me just so I can take the trash. If not me, who? If not now, when? It's time to clean it up. Why? Well, because we have animals, as we've discussed on our past shows, Yanni, that when you lose the animal, you don't just lose that one animal. Like the blue whale.
We do have some whales that are extinct now already.
Yeah, I know. I hope we do not lose the blue whale. Their numbers are dwindling.
Well, that's too. Some people are fishing for their oils and stuff like that too, though, Dee. They're illegally fishing for them.
Yeah, Bobby, I know.
It's horrible what we're doing.
As the United States go, we do not hunt whales.
No,
China also does not hunt whales.
Oh, I
We
forget
respect
who does.
them. We understand them. China tries to protect them from the Pacific side and from the South China Sea side. We try to do it from the Atlantic side and from the Pacific side also. Now, the blue whale is the largest animal ever on Earth. Think of how majestic that is. When you say they're 80 to 100 feet long, look at how small that school bus is. You know, think about that. The person looks ultimately tiny, so does the elephant. But if you look, when we say it is the largest animal ever, here is the megalodon. And it's bigger than the megalodon. The sperm whale, which the sperm whale's a big MF. Check him out.
Yep.
But no, the blue whale's bigger. The blue whale's bigger than the Leviathan.
Look at that killer whale up next to it compared to it.
Oh my
It looks like if it hits it with its fin, boom, it's gone, right?
Yep.
These are animals that need our protection. They need our love. They need our help.
It's not like they're a danger to humans at all.
No, they don't see humans as prey. They don't. When you swim with them, you feel like you've had a moment given by heaven, you know?
Have you ever
I don't know how
swim
else
with
to
them?
explain. Oh, dude, they're cool. They're so cool. You just don't know. They're so amazing. Their only predator is an orca, which is a killer whale. And really, the orca cannot go after the adult. It has to go after the baby. And the only thing the orca eats on it is the liver. So it's really sad, you know? It's not like it wants the whole thing. But they have the most beautiful sound. Have you ever heard whale song?
Yep.
Giannis, have you ever heard a whale song?
No, never.
Oh, wait a minute. We can fix that. I always have whale song. Yeah, dude. Well, whales sing. That's how they communicate to one another. Let me see here. There has to be a good one. I have it. I know I do. It's one of the my favorite things is whale song. Here, blue whale song.
Well,
Hear it?
no.
That's all?
Yeah, that one. Blue whales, they don't have to make that heavy sound.
I was thinking about that is my phone was vibrating.
No.
I don't know.
Wait a minute here. How about this one?
I heard it.
I hear nothing. Seriously.
There it is.
Oh, I hear this one.
Mm-hmm. That's how they communicate.
Wow.
Kind of neat.
It's like
Wow.
Aren't they beautiful?
yeah.
They are. Mm-hmm.
This is I got off of my friend's dive boat.
Oh, he's saying he's starving. He needs some food.
Beautiful.
No, they kind of just like performing, you know?
And they are extremely very gentle. They're what they call gentle giants.
Yeah.
Give you a
They are
little
pretty
shower.
awesome. They are really super cool.
Yep. They say when you go to Alaska, you can see them. You go on a boat.
I saw them in Mexico. I have seen them here in the Atlantic. I've seen humpbacks in the Gulf of Mexico.
Uh-huh.
I've seen right whales out here off the coast of Florida. I've seen sperm whales up in and around Massachusetts and Maine. So yeah, they make a song, and that's how they communicate, Jens. They're really super. They're super intelligent.
I have only seen them in the ocean park in China. It's like in China you cannot be like stay close to them. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. You're not allowed to stay close to them. Like,
in Florida, we used to be able to, but my friend Dawn, actually in Florida, we used to have orcas, the killer whales, and we still have them in SeaWorld. And they're amazing animals, and they need their trainers, and they love their trainers. But they had one whale, and he was kind of rambunctious. His name was Tillicum. And a young lady named Dawn was his trainer. And he was a stud whale. He was there to breed. Because, you know, like we have discussed, there is no wild space on the planet anymore. And it is good if we could keep breeding stock of most of the creatures, because if not, we're going to lose them entirely. And Don brought him out one day when there was a female that was ready to breed, and he was not acting properly. And Don was not careful, and before it was all over, Don was dead, and Tillicum had killed her. And it was a horrible, horrible accident. And I don't think those animals will ever be the same. Because although there are more deaths by cow every year than there are by shark or by whale, the whales paid the price. They took all the trainers away from the whales, which I thought was so, so wrong. And to this day, I think it's very wrong. I think what they did by doing that, they hurt the animals. I don't think they helped them at all. I think they hurt them. Because they're very social creatures. As you heard, they like to sing back and forth. And if you're off the islands and a group of humpback whales comes up to you or comes by you, they'll come play with you. I mean, I have been in my kayak or I have been diving when they go by. It's like a whale shark. They will come up to you. You do not have to go up to them. And they want to know who you are and they want to know what you are. They're not going to eat you.
They're curious.
Yeah, they really are. With sperm whales, as long as you have a distance from the family, they don't care. If you encroach too close to the family unit, then they will get very protective of the family unit. But if you are just swimming by yourself and they're out swimming by themselves, they don't care. Scared the hell out of me to find that one out.
Hey guys, I'm about to lose y'all because my phone's getting ready to go dead.
Okay. Well,
And,
thank you for coming to visit us, Bobby.
I enjoyed it. It was nice
We will
to
talk
seeing
to
you
you soon.
again, Giannis.
Thank you.
Take care,
Thank
babe.
you. We love you. Beep, beep.
Love you too, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye, honey.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, there she goes. Well, it's nice having somebody to visit us, huh?
Yeah.
So how is your day set up, Yanni? Are you excited for the day?
I am not really excited because I gotta study all day and I am always not excited for it. For some homework and something like
Homework,
that.
homework. I was laughing today with one of the young students about my homework song. Homework. And she said, really? I said, yes. I said, there's only one song that beats that. She said, what? I said, bing dwen dwen, bing dwen dwen. When
Did
will
you
I
get
get
it?
my bing dwen dwen? No, not yet. I am still waiting. I
Oh
so
my
want
God.
my bing dwen dwen.
You know, in China, it is still too difficult to get one. But you can try to get it on the official website. But
One of my
also a lot
keychains
of
has been shipped and my other one has been shipped. I'm just waiting. It is hard right now to get anything around because there are so many things have to avoid the no-fly zone because of the current war situation. And I don't know how that's all going to end. I pray for the people of the Ukraine. I'm very proud of the people of Russia who are standing up to someone so evil. And I am hoping that somehow, somewhere, we get a resolution to this. Because I don't like people being afraid. I don't like the children of the world being afraid. We are too educated for war anymore. War was a thing of the past. And I think to move forward, especially in this global way that the earth seems to be moving, you know, I can still be American and you can still be Chinese and you can have your culture and I can have my culture, and that's all well and cool. And maybe we are not going to agree all the time. That is fine. But I don't think war is an answer anymore. That's just the testosterone spill on aisle 6, you know? Honey, 2 women would not go to war. They might pull each other's hair out, but they're not going to go to war.
But you know, I watched the Chinese news yesterday. It's like
Mhm.
they said Ukraine government is now negotiating with Russian government, and I'm not sure it's gonna be.
They have tried to do that twice now.
Oh,
I'm kind of proud of the leader of the Ukraine. What an awesome man is he. You know, a lot of other world leaders would have got on a plane and flown out of the country or gone into hiding somewhere. He hasn't been hiding at all. He says, I am right here. This is my country and I'm going to take care of it. And yeah, you have to be proud. He's got balls. His balls have to be so big you could see them from space. I mean, that's a lot to stand up to. And when you look at Russia right now, how intelligent were they? Yeah, there's a 17-mile convoy, but they have no gas. So all of those tanks are parked on the side of the road. Good job. And, you know, they already screwed up Chernobyl, and here they are dropping fire bombs into a nuclear plant reactor. Mr. Putin, I have one word for you. Duh. Seriously, I mean, what are you going to do? Have another nuclear accident that you can't fix? Because when Chernobyl happened, you know, oh, we don't have the money to fix it. Well, if you don't have the money to fix it, how are you paying these guys that you have in this army? You know, really? I'm not saying don't take care of yourself and don't protect yourself, but you're invading another country that you already screwed up because Chernobyl is sitting right there. Russia was like, oh, we took Chernobyl. 50 square miles where nobody lives that's radioactive. You took it over? Way to go, guys. You know, there's nothing about this that screams intelligence, nothing. It screams that Putin is a bully and it's horrific. I want my kids safe, both the ones in the Ukraine and Russia. And right now, all I'm seeing is with Russian people, they don't want this war either. And there have been hundreds upon hundreds who have been taken into custody because they have been protesting that they don't want the war. And they have been cutting off internet. There's a no-fly zone. There's so many things. And Putin's threatening everybody with a nuclear attack. Seriously, dude, that's the best you can do? Shows he has no intelligence. Because if you're intelligent, there's a whole lot better ways to get what you want than what you're doing. My opinion, you know, for what it's worth. Hey, I'm cute today. See, I washed the hair.
Yeah, I washed the hair too.
I know, it smells so good though.
Smells
You know
so
what
good.
I used? I used the L'Oreal oil that you told me about. I've been using
Yeah.
it on the ends of my hair.
It can make your hair smells better. When you don't want to wash your hair, you can put some oil on it and it makes it smells good. That way you can try to like be lazy and you don't need to wash your hair. You just go out.
Honey,
put
if
some
I
oil.
sprayed that on my hair when it was already dirty, I would look like a giant grease ball walking.
No, but it smells good. And you went
Oh, it
you walk
does.
outside.
I put it on the ends of my hair. I like to smell it.
Yeah, it smells good. It smells much better than the shampoo.
Just as something, because we need to laugh at the end of our ocean show. I did find something that I thought was quite funny. Let's pop back to our whales for a minute. I love this mother and baby. Aren't they beautiful? So amazing. And they travel in family pods. Maybe that is why China has respect for them so much, because China has respect for the family. But I saw this. Why would you need a chainsaw at the beach? I was like, what? What in God's name could make you bring a chainsaw to the beach? And that is a real sign. A friend of mine took the picture. I was like, what? So I thought that was absolutely cute, don't you?
Yeah.
A little bit fun kwang, a little crazy.
A little fun kong.
Yeah. Crazy, you know. All right, girly. Well, we have made it to our 5th show. Woohoo! 5 weeks down. Yes.
Nice. Now it's time for me to get my late breakfast.
Your late breakfast? Okay.
Yeah.
It's time for me to get my late dinner. Okay.
Okay. Enjoy your dinner.
Okay. And for our audience, we will see you next week.
Yeah.
It was nice to have you join us. If you like it, comment and subscribe. Thanks.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
All right. See ya.
Bye bye.
Bye.